Hey guys, Lori at Loops and Leather here. I am so glad that you all can join today, and I just wanted to do a carding video. I did some dyeing last week and I've dried it. I've got a variety of fibers here, and if you don't have one of these these are, I think they use them for drying herbs and vegetables, but these are amazing net hangers for drying fiber. And I think it was under $15 on Amazon, so not super expensive, and really helps with drying. If you don't have drying racks, or if you don't want to leave your fiber out on a drying rack, maybe it's a little breezy, which is great for drying the fiber, but you don't want it to blow off either. So these are wonderful if you're washing and dyeing fiber. So I brought this in and I did a couple of shades. It's supposed to be a burgundy. I'm not sure that that's what I ended up with. It's kind of, well, I guess it's a shade of burgundy. But I've got some, this is a Romney blend sheep. I didn't blend the fiber, the sheep itself is a cross. And I've got a bunch of mohair from our own goats, which is super soft. I already had cleaned most of this. Of course, there's a piece of vegetable matter right there. Anyway, I cleaned and combed this to get most of the vegetable matter out so that it's in good shape to work with. Then I did some more of the Romney Cross wool with a pink. It's like a blush pink. And then I did some with a black. And this was actually a RIT dye that I used for this black. And I haven't used RIT dye before. These others were done with an acid dye. This was done with a RIT dye. I threw in a little bit of the pink in the water so that it's kind of, it's not really black, as you can see. It's more of a gray charcoal with little bits of like this berry color thrown in there. It's like a midnight. But anyway, so I wanted to card this into some bats, and I thought I would share this with you and bring you along while we do it. So I didn't weigh this out when I was dyeing, so I am going to try and get 2 bats out of this, and I'm going to just take each section of fiber end to end. It's not going to be exact, but that's okay, because I just want 2 bats. So I'm going to kind of split it and pull apart. There we go. And I will wrap this up and set this one aside for bat number 2. Set that off to the side. I have a flat surface, so it would be super helpful. So here's the first section of the burgundy white. It was kind of a, I could just kind of dumped it in there and let it do what it was going to do. So it'll give me some variegation, which is always fun, especially with your spin. Same thing with the pink. I'm going to take, whoops, just put the ends together and get it in half and pull to separate. There we go. So this is the one we're going to use. Set the other one off to the side for bat 2. This charcoal. And this is all the same fiber, just different colors, except for the mohair. And the mohair I am just going to pull into 2 piles. And call it good enough. There we go. All right. So I think I'm going to start with a base. I'm going to actually take a minute here and move the camera once I'm situated. I'll bust these up again. Just so they're shorter, it's easier to work with. You've got smaller sections. Okay. All right. So I'm going to move the camera just so we have a better view of the carder. And I do need to get this attached to the table as well so it's not moving around. Maybe I can do it. We'll see. I'm going to pause. I'll come back once I'm situated with the carder. This is a Louet Drum Carder. I got this used off of Facebook Marketplace, I believe. But I got it at a really good price. I could use a slightly finer cloth, I think, for some of the finer fibers that I spin with. But this is going to be great for this Romney cross. It's a little bit, you know, coarser wool. This is going to be great for scarves or even sweaters, slippers, mittens, hats. It's not the super fine next to skin soft, but it's a good durable fiber for winter outerwear. And even though we're in the middle of summer and it's just blazing hot outside every day, it's not a lot more you can do than stay inside with air conditioning without getting heat stroke. So now's a great time to prep. Right. We are back and resituated the camera and the light. Hopefully this is good lighting for everybody. So because I purchased this used, I didn't get the, they call it a Dorper tool, I got this. It's kind of rough. I do use this though, to kind of squish down the yarn as it's going, or yarn, the fiber as it's going around. What works really well and is on my list of things to acquire is a wallpaper, one of those stiff wallpaper brushes that you can get at, you know, basically Walmart, any hardware store. It's a nice firm bristle, and but it's smooth and fine, and it helps pack the fiber into the drum as you're carding. But I make do with what I have. Also, I use a knitting needle to get the fiber off of the drum once we're done carding. But, you know, I just improvise. And so I'm going to start with some of the what's supposed to be maroon. And we will just get started. Now, because this was already carded, this was a commercially prepared wool. I mean, I could put it through on the front and let the carder take it, or I can just run it along the top. That's actually what I'm going to do. I'm just going to run it along the top. So let's go ahead and get started, see what we got. Oh, my clamp is not holding very well. All right. Help if I loosened up these fibers some too. It's pretty tight in this, so let's go ahead and do that. We are going to pull out, so if it's just not going on, it could just be because the fiber is really compacted, so we're going to go ahead and loosen this up. And we're just going to run with it. Alright. Much better. Alright, when I get to a point where it's just not really picking up much anymore, I'm going to go ahead and pack it down. So, like I said, this is not the best brush. That's what I have. That kind of pushes it in some so that it can get a little more on there. I think that's about as much as I'm going to get on here. So I'm going to go ahead and do one more pass around. All right. And now every drum carder has a line on it where you can to slide up your tool to get the fiber off. So when you're removing fiber for a bat, make sure that you're pulling up and back away from the front roller, because as you remove this still turns and you don't want it to get caught. Now, if these fibers weren't already processed fibers, I would be carding multiple times to get them, aligned. This is more of just to make bats, doing it this way. Whoops, some of that came off of there. Oh, it's stiff. I mean, it packed a little tight. All right, so it basically caused a split or created a split. And now we're going to gather up as we remove it. Got a piece here. Okay. So we're going to gather up the ends and we're going to start rolling. And as we roll, we're going to turn the carder handle backwards or toward us. And we're lifting off. If you see something sticking, you can pick it out, get it in the bat. Lifting, roll, and get those little bits up. Try and do this without ruining the teeth. Still have some stuck on here. Trying to keep it all together. And a couple of little pieces from my last project. And there you have it. Beautiful bat. And these will be available on my website if anybody's interested. I'll be selling them in probably 4 ounce bumps. It might be 2 separate, but it'll be at least 4 ounces. But I'll put the weights on there, and you can buy as much or as little as you'd like to try. And website is loopsandleather.com. So I hope you enjoyed this video showing you how I make the bats, And if you'd like to give one a try, just head on over to the website. Thanks so much. Have a great rest of your day, and please like and subscribe. I really appreciate everyone who has, and sharing my videos. And if there's anything that you'd like to see me do fiber related, just let me know. All right, take care everyone. Have a great rest of your day. Bye bye.